Fire, fire from Meet the Pilgrim Fathers. Before January was half over, the meeting house was full of sick men. They lay on the dirt floor around the fire. One morning, a spark flew up from the fire. The next minute, the meeting house roof was in flames. The men stumbled out into the cold. Sick as they were, they ran back and forth between the shore and the meeting house with buckets of water. Somehow they managed to put out the fire that was in the roof before the building burned. The Pilgrims had trouble after trouble. There was trouble fishing. Their fish hooks were the wrong size. They had trouble hunting, too. Their guns were not made to fire quickly. Birds and deer often got away before the men could fire a shot. So most days the hunters came home without food for their families to eat. Before the end of January, 8 pilgrims died of hunger and colds, and more people were sick. One day in February, a pilgrim was in the woods trying to shoot a wild duck. All at once he saw 12 painted Indians creeping toward Plymouth. He ran to tell Standish. On the way, he met pilgrims who were cutting down trees in the woods. They dropped their axes and ran to town, too. Standish ordered the men to stand ready with their guns. The pilgrims waited. Hours went by. Not an Indian was seen, but the Indians had been close by. When the men went back to work, their axes were gone. Sick or well, some men would have to watch for Indians all night from now on. By the end of February, another 17 pilgrims had died. Standish said the dead must be buried at night. He said the Indians were sure to attack if they knew that only 71 pilgrims were still alive. And that is the end of that chapter. And the next chapter is An Indian Comes to Plymouth.